Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is March 12th, Wednesday. We are getting even closer to the significant severe weather outbreak. But today we do have a marginal risk in Oklahoma, Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, and then a slight risk in Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas. Hail. We have a 15% hash risk of seeing hail 2-inch diameter or greater in southeastern Oklahoma, northeastern Texas, western Oklahoma or Arkansas, and northwestern Louisiana. We do have a 15% chance of seeing wind gusts of 50 knots or higher in those same spots as the significant hail chance and the conditional tornado threat in northeastern Texas, southern Arkansas, northern Louisiana, and extreme southeastern Oklahoma. Within, I believe, 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. tonight is the tornado risk for today. Tomorrow, we have a marginal risk in Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and the northern part of the Florida Panhandle. Hail, 5% chance seeing hail, 1 inch in diameter tomorrow. Wind, a smaller but more compressed area of seeing wind gusts of 50 knots or stronger, and a tiny 2% chance of seeing a tornado in southeastern Alabama. Day 3, we have that large marginal risk from Minnesota to Louisiana, including extreme eastern Nebraska, Iowa, Wisconsin, Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Missouri, Arkansas, Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. A slight risk in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Missouri, Kentucky, Arkansas, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi. And then an enhanced risk in Iowa, Illinois, Missouri, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi. We do have a large 30% hatch risk of seeing significant severe weather in Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Missouri, Kentucky, Arkansas, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, and then an even larger 10% hatch risk in Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Missouri, Kentucky, Arkansas, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi. Friday system, we'll get in more depth of what it looks like. And then day 4, we do have that large 15% and that large slight risk of severe weather from Pennsylvania to Louisiana and in between Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, Mississippi, Florida, Louisiana. And then that enhanced risk in Louisiana, Mississippi, all of Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, and extreme southwestern North Carolina. But the probabilities of that are unknown. We do have a mesoscale discussion here, so we'll click on this and look at this real quick. Scattered discrete thunderstorm development posing increasing risk for large hail and damaging surface gusts as early as 4 to 5 p.m. near the I-35 corridor. Okay. Now, so we'll go to pivotal weather here and look at the models for this severe weather outbreak. We'll go so you can see the system. It has shifted more to the south and east, so bringing the potential for thunderstorms to eastern Nebraska farther to the east. The snow chances for central Nebraska with this storm and eastern or northeast Nebraska with the storm have gone down tremendously. Now it looks like it's more of a northeast central Nebraska seeing snow, and then extreme northeast Nebraska around the Sioux City area for snow with this system. But you can see the system pushing through Iowa and Missouri. What I'm thinking is the heightened tornado threat is going to be in southern Missouri and in Arkansas and Kentucky, Tennessee. But the threat for tornadoes with this storm sadly appears to be a nocturnal threat, so at night, which is just 10 times more dangerous. But if we keep going, we can see that the system moves out and then the supercells form in Louisiana and Mississippi, and it moves to Alabama. So Saturday looks like the higher day for a potential tornado outbreak. I know for sure Saturday I will be going live to cover this event. Friday, it's all just about, what we get for tomorrow in tomorrow's video. And then Friday, the day of, it all depends what time storms fire up. Looks about 6 o'clock in the evening. 6 to 9 o'clock at night looks like the window time frame from when the storms will be firing up. So around that time, and then you can see the storms just erupting in Dixie Alley on Saturday, starting around noon, going to about Sunday morning, early Sunday morning. So Saturday could be a fairly long day, but it all depends on how it works. And then next Tuesday night into Wednesday morning of next week, central, almost western, central, and eastern Nebraska, you're going to see some snow. Totals, we still don't know. Western and central Nebraska, north central Nebraska, I see getting the most. And then eastern Nebraska, I don't see getting as much until late early morning on Wednesday. And we'll move this out, as you can see, as we do have a couple more systems coming through. One bringing some more severe weather to the deep south. One bringing some more snow and ice to Nebraska and the Midwest. And then another one to the Ohio River Valley, Missouri Valley. Ohio getting some snow with this one. And then in the Northeast getting some more snow. And then the Midwest seeing their share of potentially significant severe weather by the end of March. Here. So we'll look at our severe weather here. We'll look at our supercell composite here just to see what we get. We'll go. We do have a concentrated, so this is a Friday. We do have a concentrated area of supercells later Friday evening, right around midnight Friday into Saturday here. You can see here, which does pose the potential for tornadoes. A couple of them could be strong. Maybe one or two could be violent tornadoes. It all depends on how the moisture and dew points play out. But as we jump ahead to Saturday, we do have a big uptick in supercells in southeastern Mississippi, which poses the risk for possible PDS tornadoes, some significant tornadoes, some that could be potentially violent long track tornadoes if everything plays out the way that it looks like it's going to. And then, as it moves over to Alabama, we still have that risk for possible PDS tornadoes, long track violent tornadoes, as this looks more like a supercellular event other than a squall line event like Friday. Eventually this will form a squall line, but it doesn't look like it will right out of the gate. Okay, so we'll skip forward through Saturday and Sunday as the storm system moves out, and we'll just get a look here. That system moves through the deep south. Doesn't look too terrible, but things can change. We do have an uptick in southern Oklahoma around the Oklahoma-Texas border here. A tornado potential with this system here. Still far out, so you never know. So it all depends, but models show that, and that's about it for storm. If we look at the storm energy for Friday and Saturday, you can see the energy uptick is in western Illinois and then central and eastern Arkansas, where the highest potential for tornadoes are. And as we go ahead to Saturday, you can see the uptick of supercells is this really light purple high energy for these supercells to take advantage of and become fairly strong and robust. We'll look at the cap, as I do feel as we're getting closer, the cap is getting weaker and weaker. We'll look for Friday. I said around 6 to 9. So yeah, you can kind of see where the storms are forming right around Kansas City's, just maybe to the southwest of Kansas City, and then they move and they almost just completely get rid of that cap. And then Saturday, that cap is almost not even doesn't even exist in the early morning hours. It's there, and by noon the cap is gone, and then by noon 3, 6, it's gone. So Saturday does look like a pretty big day. We'll look at the cloud bases to see. Okay, we look like we got. Okay, here we go. We'll go to Friday here, and maybe we won't. Whoa. Okay. So we'll go here, and we'll go storms fire up. You know, the cloud base, lowest the cloud bases are going to be over here in eastern Arkansas, in the area for the highest chance of seeing tornadoes. And then Saturday, the cloud bases are really low. Almost 220 meters above the ground. So, so the chance of seeing a significant tornado on Saturday is a lot higher than it is on Friday. We can look here. Maybe not. Okay, but that is going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to keep up to date. So subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you keep up to date, as Friday and Saturday look like they're going to be some pretty active severe weather days. But yeah, that's it for me, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.